Ladies and gentlemen, my name is
Scott.
Hey, yo. Is that his younger brother? It's gonna be
Jeff.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
And you're listening to
all of the great action figures from our good friends at Hasbro.
The Fullyposeable.
Have your own WrestleMania with all your favorite figures.
Wrestling figure.
Each sold separately from LJN.
Podcast.
And we are the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling.
Hey, welcome to episode 532 of the Fullyposeable Wrestling Figure Podcast, longest running episodic wrestling figure podcast going today. My name is Jeff, and sitting alongside next to me is my real life brother, my brother in recovery from numerous surgeries last week. Scott, say hello.
Hello.
Scott, what's going on, dude?
Oh, man. Good to be back. I will say that. It is good to be back. My voice is mostly back to normal. So that's a good thing. But I think I'm mostly out of the woods from my procedure last week. And hey, I want to thank everybody that reached out. At the end of last week's episode, I kind of let on that I was having a surgical procedure done, and I hoped to be back this week. Well, here I am. The podcasting gods smiled upon me, and here I am, by the grace of the podcasting gods, speaking to all of you again this week. To say it went smooth would be like saying that Buff Bagwell had a great first match in his WWF debut. That was not the case, unfortunately, but mostly recovered. Here I am, mostly out of the woods, and good to be back this week. Good to be talking to you guys again.
Yeah, we were a little scared over here.
Yeah, it was touch and go, man. I was freaking out too.
Yeah, we were getting updates from Shannon, and we were getting a little nervous over here, especially after some lungs being collapsed and stuff like that.
Yeah. To pull back the curtain a little bit, I had a bronchoscopy done, and just to pull back the curtain a little more, our dad had one about, I don't know
December.
About a month before.
December 19th. It was almost a week before Christmas.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay. So about a month before he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So mom was not super thrilled, was very anxious that I was going in for the same procedure that dad had. Now, it did not cause him passing away. It was just a coincidence that he had one about a month before he passed away. Well, I needed to have one, and mom was scared. Shannon was scared, and for multiple reasons, because A, I did it on her mom's birthday, and B, I did it in the same hospital that her mom passed away in. So there were a lot of factors going into this procedure that the two most important women in my life were not super comfortable with. And then a 3% chance happened, and I got a collapsed lung from the procedure. So now they're already nervous about the procedure. Then a major complication occurs. So now they're both completely freaked out. Not to mention I'm completely freaked out. Luckily, long story short, it's resolved. Everything's good. I had to have a chest tube put in for overnight, and it worked. Everything's back to normal. I had an x-ray a couple days ago. We're all good. So as I said, mostly out of the woods, a little bit of a sore throat still, but outside of that, I'm back in the saddle and I'm talking to you guys. So that's all a good thing.
Collapsed lung is a good name for a metal band, I'll tell you.
Way some of those freaking metal singers scream. Surprised they don't get more collapsed lungs.
We're all glad to have you back. You recovered just in time for the birthdays of Jonathan Dobrik and Travis Fowler.
And you.
Tomorrow, but anyways.
Well, yeah, as we record Thursday, your birthday is Friday. So happy early birthday to Jeff. By the time you all listen to this, it'll be 2 days past. But yeah, happy birthday, dude. You're 47
in a row.
No, get back here.
You kind of mentioned this around your birthday a couple of months ago. It's just not the same this year.
I agree, dude.
I do know that tomorrow night we're going to dinner, and there's talks of doing an escape room, and that's going to help me through this birthday. You mentioned it before, and then I didn't know how it was going to be on my birthday, but this year it's a little different, but tomorrow night it's going to be much needed because everybody will be around. It will help take my mind off things. Everybody's going to make it a special birthday. So
good. Yeah, no, you guys calling me on my birthday and singing happy birthday, that was awesome. Because like we told you guys, like dad would always call us on our birthdays and do a horrible rendition of happy birthday. The worst you ever heard, but it sounded great. And yeah, that's not going to be there. But like you said, you kind of fill in those gaps with your friends and your family, and hopefully it's a somewhat decent birthday.
Speaking of dad, real quick, Christopher Dean asked a question. He said, question for your recording if you have time. What's the most special figure dad gifted to each of you? The one that has the most heartwarming memories. It's a good question by Christopher Dean. The British Bulldogs, dad didn't really gift it to us. Dad and I went to service. No, not service. Best.
It was Best. Yep.
And we got the British Bulldogs. And that led to one of the stories that Scott and I have told on this show, where Scott was at a basketball game. And, I ran upstairs into his room and put down the British Bulldogs LJNs. And, I basically was sitting like a dog waiting for Scott to get home from his basketball game. Just like salivate. I was like, I can't wait for Scott to see these, we make the joke all the time when we told this story before, where Scott walks in, he's all, what'd you do? Did you shit on my pillow or something like that? Whatever. Not this time, Scott. This is something cooler.
No, this one's good. I won't do that again.
But that's one that comes to mind. The Hulk Hogan carded LJN that sat in Dad's nightstand was also another one where I took it to the San Francisco Sports and Card Show.
Oh, yeah, you got it signed.
Got it signed by Hogan. The Captain Lou Albano figure, which has led to Brian doing a special figure for you and I.
Yeah.
So those figures, although not intended, led to special memories, and they were gifted to us by Dad. That's a few just off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't recall like a specific gift. Like we never had a Christmas Story moment where like he was hiding a BB gun in the corner, and it was pretty much him and Mom were always kind of in lockstep when it came to Christmas and birthdays, and Mom kind of did all the gift buying, and Dad just would sit and nod approvingly like, yeah, I did none of this. Mom made it all happen. And but I would say that all of the trips to Toys R Us that we would go, oh my gosh, my dog farted behind me. I'm sorry. This is
I'm leaving this in the show. This is staying in.
I'm trying to talk, and it feels like it's wafting into my mouth with every breath dude, it's palpable. I'm tasting it.
I'd rather have a collapsed lung.
Oh my gosh, this is dude. Oh my goodness, it's horrible timing. I'm trying to have a story about Dad and the dog just lets one loose. It's starting to go away a little bit. It's like napalm.
I'd rather be back in the hospital last Thursday.
Yeah, put the chest tube back in. Oh, it's way less painful. The trips to Toys R Us, after having to clean the laundromat, that was always the deal. You're wiping down like 30, 40 machines all to get that trip to Toys R Us. So you may or may not get anything, but I'd always remember going in there and seeing what they had. And if they had something new, I'd have to hide it and hope nobody found it. In the 5 minutes it took me to run out of the store to Dad's car, beg him for money to tell him what I found, and then hope that he gave it to me, and then run back into my hiding spot, unearth it, go to the register. That was too many times to count with Dad. So I can't really pinpoint a specific gift that he got us, outside of, the stuff that I talked about on the tribute show for him, were just, the gift of life advice and how to be a better person. Outside of that, if we're talking material goods, it had to be pick a random Toys R Us trip after the laundromat. Zartan, for example, I've got a good one about the Zartan G.I. Joe figure. We were on the way to sign the paperwork for the laundromat, and they had stopped at Toys R Us first. I don't know, you were with us, but I don't remember what you got. But we stopped at Toys R Us before we went to this paper signing thing, and we both got something. I don't remember what it was you got, but I wanted that Zartan with the skiff so bad. And Mom looked at it, and she looked at the price, looked at me. I was like, please, I'll be good the entire signing. And of course, I'm like, I don't know, like 10 or 11 years old. Like, I'm not going to be good anyway. And, she would have whipped my ass if I wasn't good. But, you get me this toy, I promise. And she got you your thing, and she got me the Zartan with skiff. And I remember sitting at that appointment, putting it all together, and just being so happy I had this Zartan. That's just another example of a random Toys R Us trip that Mom and Dad took us, or specifically Dad took us to, where we got something cool. you know, Indiana Jones figures on a random trip, and, you know, M-Force military figure. If you guys remember M-Force from way back in the day, just random stuff that I just had to have it. And dad would be like, all right, fine. Here's the cash. Go get it. So I can't really pinpoint a specific thing. It was just all those random trips where we just got something.
Yeah. And we've told the story millions of times where dad would get home from work and Scott and I would be standing at the top of the steps, kind of like where I was when you came in from your basketball game. And Scott and I would be like, Barbara just got something in, we got to go. As we get older, we understand that when we get home from work, the last thing we want to do is go back out. There are days you're just dog tired. But as dad said on our special episode that we had mom and dad on, dad would see these two faces and he'd be like, all right, let me go change my clothes. Let's go.
Yep. And this wasn't driving down the street. Let's make that clear. This wasn't just driving to the toy store down at the end of the block. And this was literally like 3 towns over. This is from San Leandro to Hayward. That's probably either street or freeway, 20-minute drive each way.
Yeah.
From where we lived. So it's not like it was, you know, a 5-minute drive down the street. This was almost an hour round trip when you count the time inside the store. Mm-hmm. So he's getting home from work. And it's one of those things when you're a kid, you don't get it. But when you're an adult, that's when you really appreciate the things that your parents did for you. And specifically what dad did for Jeff and I with these Toys R Us trips, because he'd come in, he'd see us, we'd beg him. He wouldn't even change. It's just like, boom, right back in the car and off we go. It was almost like no questions asked, just kind of an eye roll and okay, let's go.
Well, actually, I kind of want to go back to what you said. You would run into Toys R Us and, you know, hide the stuff for 5 minutes and run back out. There were times dad wouldn't go into Toys R Us and he'd just let these two little shits go.
Yeah, that was most of the time when I was solo.
And dad would fall asleep in the car, take a little power nap.
Yep.
And so that's why Scott said he would run in, he would look around, hide the stuff, run out. Hopefully dad would give him the $1 in order to get it.
The human monies, as Danhausen would say.
Yep. The money bucks. And Scott would run in, get the stuff, and then he would walk back out. But there's a lot of stories regarding toys, but as far as a figure gifted for us over here, probably the Captain Lou, which led to Brian doing what he did for our birthdays, the Hogan that we eventually got signed, and the British Bulldog story behind it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The British Bulldogs was like my biggest surprise.
Thank you, Christopher, for the question. All right.
Thanks, dude.
New notable names that popped up for WrestleCon. And again, I'm not going to read the list. The list has just gotten asinine.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't. Did they wrestle? Yes, they'll be at WrestleCon. There's your previous list.
The names are taking up so many pages on our sheet that
I know, I'm surprised you left them in.
I didn't mean to. That was my fault. I take ownership on that one. I'll take onus. All right. New names that popped up. Will Ospreay, Hornswoggle, Adam Scherr, aka Braun Strowman, Arn Anderson and Brock Anderson, Layla, Jazz, Mark Henry, Chris Statlander, SoCal Val, Dana Brooke, Jazz, and Dennis Rodman. Those are the new notable names that just popped up for WrestleCon.
Who's on your list there, Jeff?
Thanks to Norm, Will Ospreay now.
Oh, he goaded you into that one?
No, he didn't goat me. He was talking about how he wants to get the Supreme signed.
Oh, and you have that.
I have the Supreme. So I was like, I wasn't planning on getting anything signed by Will Ospreay because I have the Super 7 signed and I was good. Yeah. And then when Norm mentioned that, I was like, damn you. Now I have to go get Will Ospreay's autograph on that because he kept mentioning, he's like, think about it. He's all, it's a huge window. Will's in a sign it all huge all over and I'm like, yeah, it's going to look really nice. I got to get that sign now.
Have you figured out which color you're going to use?
Well, he's got a yellowish kind of robe, kind of green and yellow going on. So I haven't really thought about what color.
How about blue?
I was thinking blue, tried and true blue. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. It seems like blue, seafoam green, and yellow are like your go-tos.
Oh yeah. Big time. Those are definitely the ones I love, man. They're just colors you can't go wrong with. And if somebody does have a mixture of those colors going on, then you can, maybe go to a purple or whatever it may be. But Anywho, you're safe with like a blue because it's always going to pop on the figure. Pink is always a good backup too.
Are you going to try to go like a darker or a lighter blue?
Probably a lighter blue.
A lighter blue. I think pink would, I didn't even think about pink. That's a great choice.
For Will Ospreay?
For the Will figure, yeah. I think pink would just jump off of that. I think that might be the move, dude.
I'm thinking about that.
So hold your card sleeve up to, right on the card sleeve and then hold it up on there, see how it looks, see which one you like better. But I think pink might be the move.
Those are the new notable names to pop up for WrestleCon. And if you want the WrestleCon list, head over to or just do a Google search for WrestleCon 2026 and you'll find it right there and you can click all the links.
And don't forget, they've got their cheat sheet live now on their website. So you can see who's going to be there, on what days, and if available, what they are pricing. Jeff, do you know how many human monies you're up to for spending at WrestleCon?
I haven't even thought about it, dude. I think it's going to be one of those, I'm just going to walk in, whatever they're asking, put the money down because I'm kind of at their mercy right there.
Pretty much.
So it's, if I want the autograph, then I got to do it right there. So
are you getting the headbangers?
Yes. Headbangers will be purchased.
Yeah. I think I'm going to send you with mine.
Okay.
If you don't mind. But I think that's the only one that I've got for you.
Remind me to get that from you.
Yeah. I've got to hand that off. I don't even know which colors. I'll just follow suit with whatever you go with.
Okay. I'm still debating on that one.
But for $50 signed on the headbangers, I'm in. Even if it's 75. I mean, that's still a hell of a deal if you ask me.
Kevin Von Erich is going to get got. I'm going to have that Legends re-signed.
Morocco,
Rock and Roll Express.
Oh, you're getting Rock and Rolls again?
Oh, I'm getting the BRG signed.
Oh, that's right. You didn't get the BRG signed already.
No, in fact, I got to. Okay, so Rock and Roll, Morocco, Kevin.
Yeah, you better make a list, dude, and check it twice.
And then I want to see if the Young Stallions have their shirt at their table. I would love to have that shirt from the 80s, even if it's a reprint. It's probably going to be a reprint. I doubt that they have any merch left over from the 80s. But
yeah, they have this random box left over from the 80s of their shirt.
right.
That they've carried for all these years just to arrive at WrestleCon for you to purchase.
And we'll get into this in the pre-orders. The BRGs just went up this past week, and I jumped in on those, dude.
They're limited to 750. That's not a lot of figures.
No, not at all. So I got mine. I would love to get another set, but again, money bucks are tight right now. So
yeah, I get it. I can't afford to jump in on them, unfortunately, and I want them so bad, but they're not sold out yet, which is very, very surprising to me. Today is April 2nd. It said that they were going fast, but they're not sold out yet. So I'm going to use my power of influence here, Jeff. I told Kanik these things would make millions. I think at this point, I can give up on the millions, but I can confidently say they'll make thousands. But they need to sell out. And 750 is not a lot. If you guys are LJN collectors, they fit perfectly into your collection. Head over to major.com, get these figures. Don't pass on them. Because if you miss out, there's a good chance you'll never see Young Stallions LJN style figures ever again.
But if they do sell out, you'll see them again.
No, don't say that.
And then they'll come with the jackets.
Okay. Here I am trying to be influencer.
Well, I'm trying to be an influencer as well because hey, the motivation is there to sell them out because there's a good chance if they do sell out at 750, there's a good chance they'll make them with the jackets next time.
Well, see, we say that after they sell out. We'll be like, hey, great job, guys. Now this can happen. But in order to sell them out, be like, hey, you may never see these again.
Oh, I'm leaving this in. This is excellent. That's
okay,
a good
so
point.
let me put my other spin on the figures, okay? You won't, if you see Young Stallions again from the BRG major guys, they're not going to be in this pose, in this gear. It's going to be something different because BRGs, majors, do not do repaints unless it makes sense. So if you see the Young Stallions again, it's not going to be the limited editions, and they're going to be something entirely different. So these are the ones you want. This is the perfect representation of in-ring, match-ready Young Stallions without their entrance gear, which is exactly what Scott would have wanted in 1987 to bash around in his big ring. This is the perfect set of Young Stallions. If you collect LJNs and you want a perfect 80s era set of LJNs, you've got to have these figures. Go buy them. Now, do it. Just go buy them.
Yeah.
Jump on, as long as they're not sold out, because there's only 750. jump on and get them.
And if they sell out, they can make them again with the jackets.
Okay. See, you're doing it again. This is
smart money making tactics, Scott.
okay. I can't take you anywhere. They're gonna sell out, right?
Right.
When you limit them to 750, they're gonna sell out. There's no doubt about it. In fact, by the time this drops, they might already be gone. So all of this might be for nothing. But you guys need to sell these out.
Are you sending me with your turnbuckle pad to get the young stallions to sign?
Probably not.
Okay.
Limited funds. It's not because I don't want to. It's just limited funds.
I get it. So, okay. As you were talking about how great these young stallion figures are, I was kind of doing a quick note. Okay. So it's Rock and Roll Express BRGs, Don Morocco, Kevin Von Erich, Headbangers.
Don Morocco, what? The Elite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Demolition. I need to get their Nerd Closet figure signed.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, but you don't have the Elite.
No.
The Elite Demolition. If you had those in your collection, would you get those signed over the Nerds Closet?
I don't know, because I really love the Nerds Closet.
So the good thing about the Nerds Closet, and I'm pretty sure the WrestleCon exclusive should have this, they come in a protective plastic case.
Correct.
They come with a protector. So they'll take it out of the protector, sign it, and goes right back in.
Yep.
So there's an advantage.
Yep.
Right. But you would get Nerds Closet signed over Elites, even though you can hang your Elites up. Because Nerds Closet, you got to display.
I know. And I'm a sucker for Nerds Closet, to be honest, dude. I love their stuff.
No, they're great. I love them. Especially face paints. And we've talked about this. The face painted wrestlers, they knock out of the park. And that Demolition set looks amazing. So good choice.
Also, Tonga Kid.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Now, my prediction has not come true yet that Swerve is going to be at WrestleCon. At least they haven't announced it yet. If Swerve is there, are you going to get Swerve?
Tempted, but we'll have to see when the final list comes out what I'm going for.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
I saw Norm's list. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like,
oh no, really? He's gonna have to bring one of those folding wagons.
Oh, dude, he's got his Excel sheet already printed out and everything ready to go.
A man after my own heart. I love it. He's so organized.
He is. But those are the new notable names for WrestleCon. Scott, did you pick anything up?
Let's see. Did I buy anything this week? No, I had a very eventful week. So I didn't do any retail therapy yet. I'm still most likely going to pick up a couple things on Ringside. I'm still eyeballing that Defining Moments Penta figure. But I found myself on an interesting site today, Jeff. Yeah, no nudity or anything, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
not one of those sites.
Oh, all right.
I found myself on Jim Cornette's website, specifically his merchandise page.
Tell me more.
Did you know that he is selling match-worn clothing and items from his personal inventory?
Is it his clothing only, or is it the Midnight Express clothing?
It's his personal stuff, not Midnight Express.
Okay, gotcha.
Jackets.
No, I did not. Okay.
He's got a beautiful Bobby Eaton tie that he's selling for $100, and it's amazing.
Wait, a beautiful Bobby tie?
Yes, a beautiful Bobby tie, and it's $100. He's got match-worn glasses.
Okay.
Tennis rackets, one of which has a black cover that has a gold NWA logo on it.
Whoa.
Jackets, pants, shirts. And I'm like, I was just coming here to look at his Midnight Express figures. But now I'm intrigued. He's got like all these clothing items, and they're great. They're expensive. I mean, you're going to have to be like in the market for match used or, ring worn stuff.
Right.
But it's pretty, like the tennis rackets, I think are in like the $600 to $700 range. Something like that. Right. I think the glasses are, I don't want to give out the wrong price here, but I think they're around $200. But the beautiful Bobby tie is like $100. And it's awesome. It's as awesome as it sounds.
Whoa. Is it like Bobby doing the Alabama Jam or? No,
it's just, it's Bobby Eaton on a tie, like drawn, like almost like cartoon drawn Bobby Eaton. And it's awesome.
Oh, dude, I got to check this out.
And I think he'll personalize it. Like if you buy it and you want to personalize that, Corny will sign it.
That's awesome.
But I was on there looking at his Figures Toy Company figures.
Okay.
Because, we talked last week, Dennis Condrey passed away. So I'm getting the itch to get some Midnight Express figures in the collection. And right now they're on sale.
Okay.
So I want to say it's $99.99 for the box set with the figures and the photo and the book. And it's $80 for the figures and the photo. So that is a discount. I think it's like $20 off per set, something like that. They also have the corny figures from FTC, 3 different ones. Those are $10 off. So just a quick plug for Corny's FTC figures. If you're getting the hankering to maybe put some Midnight Express figures in your collection, they do have the beautiful Bobby and Dennis Condrey set, the Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton set. And then they have they've got the Heavenly Bodies that didn't involve Condrey, but they've also got the 4-pack that is Corny, Bobby, Dennis, and Stan Lane. And that one actually comes with the Midnight Express book, a signed photo of Dennis, Stan Lane, and Corny. Bobby Eaton is the only one off of that. And it sucks because when that set first came out, and I know we've told the story, I think it was like $299 for the ultra premium MVP that came with the book, the 4 figures, and then the signed photo for all 4 guys.
Right.
And I think there were 10 available. And I had it in my cart. I went to check out. The site crashed. I went back in. It was gone. I was literally ready to drop my $300 right there. Like, boom, no problem. I don't care what the figures look like. Here's my money. The figures are okay. They're not horrible. They're okay. But it's just a cool set. I really want that Midnight Express book, but I'm weighing that one out right now on the fence.
Refresh my memory. What's the gear that the Stan Lane and Bobby are wearing?
Hot pink.
It is hot pink. Okay.
Yes. And then the beautiful Bobby and Dennis Condrey, I believe, is in red.
That sounds about right.
And then there's 3 different Cornies. There's a white suit, pink suit, and a Christmas version of Corny. Because you can't get the Midnights without getting Corny, right? So you're going to spend your $80 if you don't want the book. And then you spend your, $35, I think, on the Corny figures. So they're cool. If you really want a set of Midnight Express to put inside your DTOLF, if you've got an NWA or WCW shelf, they'd fit perfectly on there. So just a quick plug for Corny for no other reason than Corny's awesome.
Has he talked about Dennis's passing?
He has, but I haven't listened to it. Okay. But I can tell you that Corny did talk about the majors, and the chances of them ever getting the Midnight Express are less than 0.
What did he say?
I'm not going to repeat it.
Okay. I'll have to go.
Hold on. Let me go find it, and I'll tell you what the YouTube link is. So for those of you holding out hope that at some point we'll get BRGs from the majors for the Midnight Express, I can pretty much guarantee if you go listen, just do a YouTube search, Jim Coronet on Matt Cardona, and that'll kind of give you exactly what you need to know about the chances of that happening.
Is it a work?
No.
Okay, I'll leave it.
Corny
there.
Doesn't do works, dude.
All right.
Corny shoots from the hip and really doesn't care where his bullets land. And you'll know exactly where there's no like, okay, maybe there's a chance. No, he sets fire to it, throws the grenade over his shoulder, and he's walking away from it.
Okay, so it's not a work.
Definitely not a work.
Okay, gotcha. All right, we'll leave it there.
Yep.
So I was at a toy show this past week in Concord, and they had a lot of cool stuff. Remember the last time we were there? I don't remember if you were there the last time at the Concord Toy Show, but it was
time before last, I believe. That's when I did the Monster High deal. I think it was like 2 years ago.
Okay, so that one was pretty good. Then the one after that, I didn't know if you went to, but that one was less than whelming. It was really underwhelming, to say the least.
Oh, okay.
So, but actually, this one was pretty good. They had a lot of wrestling figures, some of them overpriced, but that's okay. The amount of Hot Wheels is the new Funkos, because at this Concord Toy Show, I'm not going to say there were no Funkos, but the amount of Funkos has significantly decreased.
Yeah, well, I mean, that goes in lockstep with the stories that we've heard about their financial situation. I mean, oversaturation becomes a thing, right? And I think Funko definitely hit it. You can only be on top for so long with so many properties and so much product before, again, it goes back to the lemonade story I told last week about a glass of lemonade and how refreshing it is, right? They've been on top of the whole toy world it seems, for like, what, 12, 13 years now, almost, maybe longer. So that wave has to end at some point. So that's not surprising that you're seeing a decrease.
Well, you're seeing it at toy shows because not many people have Funkos anymore at toy shows. And that was evident at this Concord toy show. But the amount of Hot Wheels was insane.
Man, are they having a moment or what? A big comeback?
Dude, the amount of Hot Wheels as far as all the Formula One cars, which Dave was going crazy for, and all these.
Did he buy a few?
He did.
Okay.
But like the amount of Hot Wheels was insane, dude. They did have the Cold Slither G.I. Joe set. So awesome.
Oh, it's incredible. If I could have afforded to jump in on it, even though I'm out of Joe, I'm not doing the classifieds anymore, I would have jumped in. What an amazing. So what were they asking for it?
They were asking was that one 150, 175?
That's not bad. Because I think at retail, it was like 125 when they were selling it
125.
online.
Yep.
So that's not horrible.
No, a lot of people brought stuff that was like very old and vintage. You saw a lot of old and vintage. Another thing that was big over there was Pokemon cards. People were at the toy show. People at the toy show were selling sports cards and Pokemon cards. That was huge there this past weekend.
I remember the last one I went to, so I guess it would have been 2 shows ago. There were a lot of sports cards there.
And they had a lot this time around at the Concord Toy Show.
Gotcha.
However, they did have some. I did pick up a few Josh Allen cards and a couple of Jim Kelly cards. There were only
any autographs?
No, nothing like
Okay.
that. There was one guy that had this 1 of 5 diamond encrusted, whatever, Josh Allen card, and there's only 5 in the world, and the card is like yay big.
Oh,
like,
wow.
It's not your typical size card. It's smaller, and it's
okay.
He said he hit that in a Las Vegas vending machine. You know how
you're kidding?
He goes, it was my 3rd time going to it. You have to pay $250 at these vending machines.
Oh.
And he said the first one I got was a CJ Stroud, the quarterback for the Houston Texans. He said I got his card autoed and it was numbered to like 20. He goes, that ain't worth anything. And he says, I don't even remember what the second card was. And he said, I was going to give it one more shot and I got this Josh Allen. I go, how much is it? He goes, I'm asking $1,000 for it.
Oh.
He goes, if I can walk away with 800 for it, I'd be happy for it. I was like, oh, Jesus. So I
bet you will be. Have a good day, sir.
So anyways, I did pick up 2 Josh Allen cards and 2 Jim Kelly cards for $1 each. So $4 on cards.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, just normal cards, not numbered or anything or whatever. But the best thing, so walking around with Norm and Big Dave, and we come up on the G.I. Joe Sergeant Slaughter, where it comes with an action figure of himself in the upper right-hand corner, the small little part up in the upper right-hand corner. And Norm walks up and he goes, are you actually going to buy that figure? And I was like, I was going to see the price on it because we were over at a booth over on the side. He goes, I think there's a guy down the way that had it for cheaper. And I was like, how much is this guy asking for? He goes, I think he's asking 40 for it. And he goes, there's a guy down the way, he's asking 25 for it. I was like, wow, that's actually cheaper than what the original Sergeant Slaughter was online. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was 30 to 35 or something.
It was 30.
Yeah. So this guy down the way at this other table was asking 25 for it. So Norm goes, here, let me walk over. So Norm and I walk over and we walk up, and sure enough, Sergeant Slaughter, there's a tag up in the upper right-hand corner. It says $25. And the more I looked at it, I was like, I really want this figure. And so the guy walks up and he goes, hey guys, how you doing? And we're like, good, man. And he's like looking at the Sergeant Slaughter. I'll do $20 for it. Dude, he actually just, I don't want to say screwed himself out of $5. I mean, what's $5, right?
He wanted to move the inventory.
Right. He goes, I'll do $20. Dude, I didn't even say anything about buying it or anything. He just kind of talked himself down. I was like, this guy's the best negotiator ever, dude.
Yeah, I like this guy.
So he goes, I'll do 20 for it. And I was like, oh, okay. And pulled 20 out of my wallet and handed it to him. He goes, thanks, guys. And that was it. Wanted some other stuff, but at the same time, as I said, $1 are kind of tight right now. So I was really trying to limit myself. There were some other things that I wanted. I did see some wrestling figures, but again, that guy was overcharging on them. Yeah. Just stuff like that. But anywho, the Sergeant Slaughter one was the one that I was like, wow, I didn't even say a word. And this guy went $5 below. It was awesome. It was $20, dude.
And what's crazy is I think that figure was 25 at retail.
Was it 25 or was it 30?
The one you got, I want to say was 25 because that's not the original one that came out.
No, in fact, I just learned about the original one while at the Concord Toy Show.
What did you learn about it?
So apparently the first one that came out was without hat and glasses.
Good question. That was when they were switching to the windowless packaging. So he's actually inside of like an artwork box almost. So I have never opened that figure.
Oh,
I have it. I've never opened it.
So from what I was told this past weekend, I don't know if it's true because I don't follow G.I. Joes anymore, but apparently they released Sergeant Slaughter without hat and glasses when Sarge got him and was like, hey guys, the hat and glasses is part of my trademark. Hasbro had to go in and make more.
Oh,
so the ones, so the one that I got had the hat and glasses on, but apparently there are some without hat and glasses.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. The original one I want to say was like $30. And then the one you got was the one released at retail. And I want to say that retail anywhere like $25 to $28, depending on where you went. But I mean, either way, you came up. You got a good figure.
Yeah. I love the figure, dude. I mean, it's got an action figure of himself in the upper right-hand corner. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Just
so
the figure,
cool.
The figure just looks great, you know?
Yeah.
$20. I couldn't go wrong with that, dude.
Not bad. Not bad.
And I didn't even say a word. And the guy talked himself out of $5.
Although if he didn't say 20, you may not have bought it at all. So
I was kind of kicking around. I was thinking about getting it at 25, but yeah, he basically made a sale because he talked himself down $5 and I didn't even say a word.
Any thoughts of getting it signed at WrestleCon?
No.
That was quick. Okay.
No, I don't mean this in a negative, but Sarge's prices has gone up as far as signings.
Yes, and he upcharges.
And I got his Ultimate signed, the San Diego Comic-Con. I'm good with that. I don't need any more Sergeant Slaughter autographs. As long
you
as
got to do it once.
Yes. As long as his prices are high, like they are, I can't do it.
Totally agree, dude. Totally agree. But as long as you get the one.
Yep. And however, if he ever brought his prices down, I would be more than happy to take that.
Yeah.
But just his prices are a little bit high. So
yeah, they are. I witnessed it at Stockton Con. But it's one of those things like you have to get one in your collection. Get one Sarge autograph in your collection. It's worth every penny.
Yep. All right. Let's go over to pre-orders. Collect Major. Scott and I have already talked about it, but the Young Stallions, those are up for the month of April. And as Scott said, 750 have been made. And
go sell them out, guys. Sell them out.
Yeah, so we can get the jackets.
I'm sorry, Kanik. I'm trying.
Pre-orders up on Big Bad Toy Store. Oh, by the way, that's for collectmajor.com. Pre-orders up on Big Bad Toy Store for Boss Fight Studio, Dragon Lee, Roosh, Solaire, and Ultimo Dragon. Those are all available for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. Is Big Bad Toy Store still doing that crazy sale? Or is it all done?
What crazy sale? You talking about Super 7?
Yeah, the Super 7 stuff last week.
I think that ended.
Oh, it did end? Okay.
Yeah, because they had that on their homepage. But yeah, those are insane sales on the Super 7 stuff.
Oh man, that was some crazy pricing going on.
Yeah, no, that was sexy. If you were into Super 7, man, you were having a field day.
Hassel Toy, his Regium pre-orders are up for Raven and Ahmed Johnson. Those are the Regiums. Those are the 6-inch scale figures. FC Toys, shop.figurecollections.com, Insane Clown Posse. By the way, Insane Clown Posse, happy birthday to Justin Summers this past week as well.
Yes, happy birthday, Justin.
Yep. Insane Clown Posse Retros for pre-order up there. And for KWK, Bad News Brown and Jameson pre-order update. The pre-order for KWK, Bad News Brown and Jameson was originally scheduled for April 1st. Due to heavy shipping damage to the prototype samples, we will be pushing the launch back by a few days. We are currently working on a new set of painted prototypes to ensure everything is presented at the quality standard our collection expects. This will allow us to provide proper photography for the pre-order release. We truly appreciate your patience and understanding. We look forward to sharing the updated reveal with you very soon. Hey, look at that transparency.
Wow, updates. How about that?
What are you saying about that, Scott?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Jeff, because right before we came on in our little Facebook group, Steve Hoker, Jokes with Hoax. We'll workshop that little title.
Jokes with Hoax.
Jokes with Hoax. Jeff, what's the difference between Power Town and any woman I've been with?
What?
Power Town is satisfied after screwing me. You ready for another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not my Power Town order, those fuckers. Also, it's no longer Magnum TA, it's Magnum BS.
At least he was good enough to bow out. Like, he's like, I can't take this shit anymore.
And Greg Gagne is now, Greg, your money is gone. Yeah. So there it is.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if there's any more. That's hilarious.
That's it. That's our fuck you, Power Town segment of the day.
Jokes and hoax. Jokes and
Jokes
hoax.
and hoax and jokes.
No, it's like boats and hoes, but jokes and hoax.
Jokes and hoax. Yes. Okay.
The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
Gotta leave it right there, dude. Trying to maintain a family image on this show.
Dude,
only 1 or 2 F-bombs per show.
I know you've been dropping so many fuck bombs on Power Town. Come on now.
Okay, that's it. No more. It's like 2 or 3 per show. No more than that.
All right. We hit our quota.
Yeah. We did. Standards and practices. We have to be careful.
We should do a roast of Power Town.
Oh, that's a good idea. Kind of like we used to do on Drunk Wrestling History.
Yeah, but
Make it Power Town.
Yeah, we won't be ripping anybody else. It's just straight Power Town. Like, we're not ripping each other. We're not doing anything against each other. It's just straight Power Town roast.
100% on Power Town. Yeah, none of the Deus takes any shots. It's all 100%. No stray bullets. Everything goes towards Power Town.
Exactly.
I like it.
All right, we'll have to kind of workshop that one. All right, let's get into the news. Big Shot Pillow Buddies. 2 new Pillow Buddies were shown off. Jade Cargill and Rip Thomas, aka Hulk Hogan, who played Rip Thomas in No
Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred. Wow, that slipped the brain real quick. But yes, that's Rip Thomas. He does have the White Winged Eagle title on, so yeah,
that's appropriate.
Yeah, I like it, dude. It's pretty eye catching.
It is cool looking. It is very cool. I mean, I'm not in on the big shots, but if they do an LOD, assuming they go back into the family.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, because they are doing a whatchamacallit.
A panel?
Not a panel, an episode on them. We just talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
Right. But we have the panel upcoming for WrestleMania too.
Oh, that's right.
When they're going to be showing off new figures. So I'm really keeping my fingers crossed. We get an announcement about Macho Man, and we get an announcement that LOD, the Road Warriors, are back in the family.
Little People. Yes. Why are we talking about Little People on this show? Why? Because they are making Little People NWO figures.
Such a cool box set.
I love the way that Kevin Nash looked. He had the blonde hair. So it is a cool little box set. It's got NWO in the back. It's got the WWF logo down below, or WWE logo down below. Cool looking set.
Yep. If you're into like the Little People at all with your kids, just awesome looking set.
Yep. FC Toys, they did show off their Demolition 3 3/4 style figures. Did you see the tights on them, the trunks?
No, but let me go find that picture. Hold on one sec.
The trunks come down a little bit. It's kind of weird looking, but at the same time.
Well, okay. So if you didn't, so I see what you're referring to. So on these, it's basically like the 5 points of articulation, right?
Correct.
Neck, arms, and legs. If you don't put that little bit of black on the leg part, that's a funky looking trunk.
What do you mean a funky looking trunk?
Okay, look at the picture and zoom in. If you don't have that little bit of black on the leg where it articulates, so you basically just have like a T trunk, that looks weird.
Dude, we watch wrestling. We see T trunks all the time, dude.
Yeah, but on the figure, it's going to look very weird. I love the face paint that he chose. That's like kind of, I think,
vintage.
That's your prototypical or vintage. Yes, better word. Vintage Demolition look. So great
Yes.
choice. I see why they went with that design choice on the trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Without that little bit of black on the legs, that's going to look funky, dude. So I really like those figures. If you're into the 3 3/4 inch O-ring, no O-ring, whatever, those Demolition figures are very cool.
Yeah, and they are cool looking. It was just a small little nitpick regarding that the trunks going down on the legs a little bit far, but I understand. They didn't want to, they didn't want Big Axe carrying around another Big Axe, if you know what I mean.
They didn't want Big Axe making an appearance.
But no, they are cool looking, and I would recommend people, if you are a Demolition fan, to go get those. I do like those. I just thought it was a little interesting about the trunks, but it's a small little nitpick. Just go find those. You can actually view these on Wrestling Figure Database, of course. Title Run Toys Snitsky rendering was shown off, and yes, it does have kicking action to punt a baby.
That's such a cool idea. Like, if you're going to do a Snitsky figure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can't necessarily really like put a foot with him. What's the next best thing? A baby.
Yep.
So perfect choice. Absolutely perfect. If I was making a Snitsky figure, that's exactly what I would have done.
But what's he known for? Liking feet and punting babies. I mean, come on now.
Yeah. And which one is going to appeal to the wrestling fan or figure collector base?
The foot action.
Probably feet.
Yeah, feet.
But, next best, kicking action on a baby. That's perfect.
Yeah. I've seen wrestling fans walking around WrestleCon and they're looking at feet. Seen that too many times. I was watching you last year, Scott. I saw what you were doing.
Guilty.
So that's Title Run Toys. Keep your eyes out. Again, you can find that on Wrestling Figure Database as well. Also, Toonie, Macho King will be in their Giant series. They did show off a cartoonish look where he's standing behind the blue bars, but he will be in their Giant series. They showed off a cartoonish rendering, I should say, but they're saying that was their announcement that Macho King will be in the Giant series.
Yep.
As well as they already did a commercial edition variant, and it's gone. What is the commercial edition? That was the Macho Man where he had the robe out and he had all the little Macho Mans, to the robe. Well, they did a variant where all the little Macho Mans, the LJN Macho Mans that were inside the robe with their arms out, kind of similar to the figure itself. Well, that sold out quickly.
Already got that figure is such a home run. And I already said it's going to be on my list for top 11 of the year. Congratulations, Toonie. That is an awesome figure. You guys deserve all the kudos for that thing. Fantastic idea, perfect execution, and it shows in the sales. So congrats, you guys.
Sticking with Toonie, Wrestling Toon Stars. Now, this is their cartoonish figures. This is where they made Macho Man and Ric Flair's very cartoonish looking figures. Well, speaking of cartoons, they made Andre the Giant from his rock and wrestling look.
Which is what Mattel did with that Andre the Giant variant in the light green jacket. Was that Series 100?
Yeah, it was Series 100. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, the Andre Elite Series 100. They did the Andre with the look from Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. It was like that bright blue or teal jacket. Well, this Andre is literally pulled right from the cartoon. And holy crap, you guys, like this is a Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling LJN inspired figure. The first that we've gotten, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, look, I don't know that they can get the license to do Hogan or Junkyard Dog or any of those guys that Mattel has the rights to do. But look, if they can do Heenan, they're probably going to be able to do Snuka if they want to. That would be a name that the indie company would go after, right? Would be Snuka.
Right. But
Mattel can't touch him, but an indie could.
Right. But let's pump the brakes, because as of right now, there is no deal between Toonie and Bobby Heenan or Snuka or.
Oh, no, definitely not. I'm definitely looking years ahead.
You're just doing a wish list right now.
100%. But I don't know which guys have double deals where Mattel can make their figure, but an independent can as well, right? Because Mattel can still do Bobby, but can another company do Bobby? Like Epic Toys has done Bobby. So I'm starting to think maybe some of these guys have double deals where it would be possible to get them in an LJN Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling scale. So is this the first of many? We don't know. But man, fingers crossed, because that Andre kicks so much ass.
Yeah, it's an excellent looking figure. $54.99 on the Toonie's website. I've kicked it around. I'm hoping it's still available after our finances and everything kind of settle. And I would think I would pull the trigger on it. Just need to see where I'm at. So
yeah, but Latoonie's just hitting home run after home run right now. So congrats, you guys. Well done.
All right, let's head over to Mattel. Now, Steve Ozer I'm not sure if it was a podcast or if it was an Instagram live, but if you guys watch, Steve Ozer has a bunch of Ultimates lined up in the back. Well, somebody did a zoom in, I should say, and they noticed that there was an Axe and Smash Ultimates that were up over Steve's left shoulder. So I'm thinking we're going to be seeing something here at WWE The World coming soon.
Yeah, it's either going to be a ringside tag team set, as they've done with the Dudleys, the Usos, the Steiners, or it could be a Coliseum Collection Ultimate set, which, man, this is going to be the first one where they're taking liberties guessing what one would have looked like from LJN, because we didn't get a Smash LJN. So at this point, they'd be guessing, which makes me believe it's most likely, because Steve did say they were going to stay true to LJNs. Doing a Coliseum Collection set of Demolition is not staying true to LJN. Now, unless they do Smash as a standalone Ultimate and they do like Axe and Mr. Fuji Ultimates together for a Coliseum Collection, that's a possibility. But I think the odds are more stacked to this is going to be a ringside tag team set.
I'm going that way as well. Obviously, we did not see the figures. It's just the box art that was kind of, how they have the pictures of the guys on the side of the box. It was just
on the side. Yep. And there's been no announcement either. As Jeff said, there was no announcement made. This is just, eagle-eyed viewers doing what they do. Did you see that there was also a picture of the Macho Man, Jeff, that people are saying could potentially be the WrestleMania 7 Ultimate Macho Man that was never released?
Was that in April?
From the same Ozer live or podcast or whatever he was doing. There's a shot of a Macho Man.
I didn't see that. I just saw Axe and Smash.
So there's speculation. It might have been the one that came with the New Gen Arena crowdfund. But people were speculating that it was the WrestleMania 7. I don't know for sure. I haven't really looked at the pictures yet, but I love these little Easter eggs being thrown in. Good job, Ozer. I love that. He knows people are going to pick up on it.
Oh yeah. He knows people are like scouring behind him to see if there's any Easter eggs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, now there's a little bit of an update regarding AAA wrestlers, and this came in from WrestleVotes Radio. WrestleVotes is usually a pretty reliable source, so some big wrestling figure news. WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select reports that Mattel has been given the green light to produce a number of figures related to the AAA brand. Mr. Iguana has been the talent first prioritized for a Mattel AAA figure. They are told that the fall is the targeted drop date for said figures. We ask you to credit WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select and wait a responsible amount of time before aggregating.
Yeah, we're being responsible. Everybody's read it anyways. There were millions of posts about it today. So
yeah,
it's fine.
And it's like AAA. We knew this was going to eventually happen. Like
we've been talking about it for months now. Like, when is it going to happen?
Oh yeah, we knew this was going to happen. It was just, we were just playing the waiting game. I don't know. WrestleVotes is usually pretty reliable. So I would say that they're just confirming what we've been all waiting for. It's not what we've all been speculating. It's what we've been waiting for. Like just, okay. Cool. You guys just confirmed that it's going to happen. Yay.
Yep. You've literally got an entire roster full of toyetic personalities. Of course, we're going to have figures of that. Like, what, we're not going to get a Mr. Iguana figure? Come on. Of course we are. We've known it for months. It was just, okay, now we just wait for the announcement.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Like, it's confirmed. It's like was that the least kept secret or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, you've known about this. All right. Anyways. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's just like
we all knew it was happening, but now it's official. And we'll probably see a Mr. Iguana prototype, or at least like a rendering at WrestleMania's panel.
Probably. All right. And a little bit of sad news. This was from M&M Figure Clothing. It's official. Mattel has let be known Legends Territory box set was a one and done. Mattel has said that the set didn't meet their interest expectations, and there wasn't enough 60s and 70s legends signed to make it worth a while. So no more Legends of the Territory. So it was a one and done. So the Gorilla Monsoon, the Harley Race, Muhammad Ali, and was it Jesse? No, not Jesse.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Superstar. It was a one and done. That was it. That's the only one that will ever be made. So
yeah, it's sad news. I mean, I don't know what other 4 they would have done, but it sucks. I would have loved to see Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas make it into one. And maybe like another Bruno, a Pat Patterson, maybe. There are just names that have been in the WWF family over the years that you're like, man, it'd be cool to get some more figures of them. But unfortunately, it's not to be. Maybe we'll get them in some other format.
Yeah. Well, it's a one and done. It was a cool set while it was there. I mean, if you guys picked it up, I remember it being discounted a few times too. So
I think it's still available on Mattel Creations.
Is it still?
I think. I mean, here, let me check. You do filler, and I'll go see if that set is still available.
So my filler is, and I kind of did this since Steve Ozer hasn't been on the Wrestling Figs message board. One of the things I did is there's a Q&A question portion of the Wrestling Figs message boards for Steve Ozer. So what I did is I went all the way back to page 1. There was nothing. I went to page 2. And I looked for Steve Ozer's very first question that was ever asked of him on the Wrestling Figs message boards.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is on October 28th, 2019 at 12:35 p.m. The question came in from America Made Les Gold. He said, Steve, he didn't say Steve. Can you release King Harley Race again? Steve said, trying to work this out. Give us some more time. Trying to work this out meant 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. It took a minute, but we got there.
It took about 3 or 4 years to get back there, but hey, we did it. So I only pulled one question, but I wanted to go back to Steve's, since he hasn't been on the message boards. I wanted to go back in time. I wanted to see his very first question that was ever asked of him. So that was it from American Les Gold.
Okay, so I am scrolling Mattel Creations, and it looks like they are sold out of that set. I haven't made it there yet. I'm going through a lot of sold out figures on here.
I thought it was. I thought eventually it did get sold out.
Yeah, the Boss Man and Bam Bam Bigelow set did sell out. The Coliseum collection, the Steamboat and DiBiase sold out. I'm still. Oh yeah, it is sold out. $80. Yeah, Superstar, Harley Race, Muhammad Ali, Gorilla Monsoon set is sold out.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go.
So we're keeping it a shorter show this week. No video games. Scott's got to rest his voice because he was having things jammed down his throat. So anyways.
That sucked.
I almost died. That sucked.
Yeah. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
It's like Abraham Lincoln at Ford Theater, dude. So we want you guys to check out our podcasting buddies, of course. The Birthday Boy and Brian Breaker over at the TB Toycast. Want you to check them out.
Happy birthday, Travis.
Happy birthday, Travis. As well as Steve and Eric over at the Positively Pro Wrestling Podcast. The great, the wonderful, the man himself, Brian from the Legendary Wrestling Figures. Check his show out. It's a lot of fun. He goes over the customs that he's done. I love listening to that guy. Work the Arm Podcast with Jeff and Jamie. Pod Sector to Change with Nick Dunham and his son. Also, Ryan Buds, Trivia Buds. Do a Google search for Ryan Buds and Trivia Buds. Maybe he's doing some things that you can do for team building as well that you can do via Zoom. Be a lot of fun. Ryan does a great job with trivia, so check him out. See if it is for your company.
Highly recommended.
Highly recommended. 10 out of 10 stars. Unlike Abraham Lincoln at Ford Theater.
And my bronchoscopy. Ryan Buds is way more fun than that. Way more fun.
That's cool. You said you would rather have the camera shoved up your butt than down your throat like last time.
I wish they would have gone the butt route instead of the throat route.
Oh, Seth Sheeta, Marco over at the Chick-fil-A show, and EJ and Rucker at Boots the Face. Scott, I am glad you're doing all right, man. I am.
Thank you. Yeah, much different this week than last week. Last week, I was very, very nervous going in, and I guess for good reason. It was almost like a premonition. But yeah, thanks, dude. Doing better. I'm coming out of the woods, and I'll be good next week. Full show next week.
You had a lot of people concerned about you, by the way.
I did. And thank you for that. And thank you to those that reached out either through Messenger, text message, what have you. Truly appreciated. You guys always come through with the concern, and I really appreciate it. All those well wishes helped.
And Scott, for episode 532, anything else?
Stay safe, stay healthy. Fig License 2016. Happy toy hunting. Be good to each other out there. And happy birthday, Dobro.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dobro. I mean, your brother's right here, but I mean, hey, no, I'm joking.
We already did that. We're doing it in segments, right? You let off the show with your happy birthday spot. Then Travis got his and the buddies. And now Dobro got it on the outro.
Yeah.
So everybody got their happy birthday moment.
All
it's
right.
like Romper Room with the magnifying lens.
And and Justin Summers too.
That's right. And Justin Summers got his. So everybody got their Romper Room magnifying glass moment. And if you know that reference, you're old.
You're due for a colonoscopy.
Yeah. You will get the butt route. Hopefully not the throat route. Wait, what?
Man, usually I have to pay for that. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for listening to episode 532. 468 to 1,000. Adios.
Yeah. Fullyposeable. Let's go. Jeff and Scott, the Toon Brothers, busting out the ring. But we don't take it out the box, MOC. Happy toy hunting, we'll see you next week. We're the OGs of WFP. Fullyposeable, thank you all for listening. It ain't no storyline, real life siblings. So everybody go and do your toy spotting. Hashtag Fig Life, adios from the Kings.